Hi, friends. Today we will discuss the topic types of batteries. First of all, the question. Explain the types of batteries. Here is a simple explanation of the types of batteries. A battery is a device consisting of one or more electrical cells that convert chemical energy into electrical energy. Explanation of the sentence. A battery is a device. It means a battery is a tool or object. It is used to provide electrical power to electronic devices. Consisting of one or more electrical cells. It means a battery is made up of one or more cells. Each cell is a small unit that stores chemical energy. A single cell can power small items like a watch, remote, etc., while multiple cells are used in bigger batteries like in cars or laptops that convert chemical energy into electrical energy. It means inside the battery, a chemical reaction takes place. This reaction creates a flow of electric current. That is how the battery powers devices like a flashlight, phone, or remote. In simple terms, a battery is a device that stores energy in chemical form and gives out electricity when needed using one or more cells. Every battery is basically a galvanic cell where redox reactions take place between two electrodes which act as the source of the chemical energy. Explanation of each part. Every battery is basically a galvanic cell. A galvanic cell is a type of electrochemical cell that produces electricity from a chemical reaction. So, this means every battery works like a galvanic cell. It generates electricity by using chemical energy. where redox reactions take place. Redox stands for reduction and oxidation reactions. Oxidation means loss of electrons. Reduction means gain of electrons. In a battery, these reactions release electrons which flow as electric current. A battery has two main parts inside. First one, anode, negative terminal, and cathode, positive terminal. These are called electrodes, and redox reactions happen here, which act as the source of the chemical energy. The electrodes and the chemicals around them are where the energy is stored. When the redox reaction happens, this stored chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. In simpler terms, a battery is like a chemical engine. It uses redox reactions between two metal parts, that is, electrodes, to change chemical energy into electrical energy that powers devices. The electrochemical reaction in a battery is carried out by moving electrons from one material to another, called electrode, using an electric current. It means a battery works through a chemical reaction that produces electricity. This is called an electrochemical reaction because it involves both chemistry and electricity. In this reaction, electrons move from one part of the battery to another. The flow of electrons creates electric current which powers your device. A battery has two materials inside called electrodes. Anode, where electrons are released. Cathode, where electrons are accepted. Electrons move from the anode to the cathode during the reaction. The movement of electrons forms the electric current. This electric current flows through a wire or circuit to power devices like phones, remotes, and lights. In simple meaning, in a battery, a chemical reaction causes electrons to move from one electrode to another. This movement creates electric current, which is used to power electrical devices. Here's a simple explanation of how a battery works. The battery produces electrical energy on demand by using the terminals or electrodes of the battery. The battery produces electrical energy. A battery creates electricity from chemical energy stored inside it. This electricity is called electrical energy. This means the battery only produces electricity when needed. For example, when you turn on a flashlight or press a button on a remote. The battery has two ends called terminals, that is, positive and negative. These terminals are connected to the electrodes inside the battery. When you connect a wire or a device to the terminals, electrons flow through and electrical energy is delivered. In simple meaning, when a device is connected to a battery, the battery sends out electrical energy through its terminals using the chemical energy stored inside. The positive terminal is located on the top of the battery, which is used for flashlights and electronics. A simple explanation: the positive terminal is located on the top of the battery. Most standard batteries like AA, AAA, or C type have a small raised bump at the top. This is the positive terminal. The flat end at the bottom is the negative terminal, which is used for flashlights and electronics. This means such batteries with positive and negative terminals are commonly used in flashlights, electronic toys, remote controls, and other small electronic devices. The positive terminal must connect correctly with the device for it to work. In simple meaning, the positive terminal is located on the top of the battery, which is commonly used in flashlights and electronic devices. The outer case or bottom of the battery is commonly referred to as the negative terminal. It means in many cylindrical batteries, the bottom flat part and sometimes the metal casing are connected to the negative terminal. A battery has one negative terminal and one positive terminal. The negative terminal is the source of electrons when the battery powers a device. In many dry cell batteries, this terminal is located at the bottom of the battery. The final explanation: in cylindrical batteries, the bottom part or metal case is the negative terminal which connects to the device's circuit and allows current to flow. Both terminals are present in all types of batteries, or all types of batteries have both positive and negative terminals. Already we know what are terminals. A terminal is a point on a battery where electric current enters or leaves. One is positive, another one is negative. Every battery needs two terminals to form a complete electrical circuit. Without both, current cannot flow. The final explanation: all types of batteries like lead acid, lithium ion, alkaline, or coin cell must have both positive and negative terminals to work. They are not just common, they are necessary for the battery to function. The chemicals that surround these terminals and the battery together form the power cell. In simple terms, the chemicals inside the battery along with the terminals together form the power cell. First of all, we know What is a power cell? A power cell or battery cell is the basic unit of a battery that produces electricity through chemical reactions. Inside the battery, there are chemicals called electrolytes and electrodes. These react chemically to generate electric energy. Positive terminal and negative terminal allow current to flow in and out of the battery. They connect the internal chemical system to an external circuit. The final explanation: a power cell consists of two terminals, that is, positive and negative. Electrodes means metal plates. Electrolyte chemicals. The power cell generates energy whenever the positive and negative terminals are connected to an electric circuit. It means the power cell delivers energy whenever the positive and negative terminals are connected to an electrical circuit. The chemical reaction inside the cell generates the energy. When you connect the terminals to a circuit, the cell delivers that energy by allowing electric current to flow. Inside the power cell, chemicals react and create electrical potential. When the positive terminal and negative terminal are connected to a complete circuit, the electrons flow through the circuit, powering devices like lights, fans, or toys. If the terminals are not connected, the circuit is open, so no current flows and no energy is delivered. The final explanation: a power cell supplies energy only when the positive and negative terminals are connected in a complete electrical circuit. This connection allows electrons to flow, powering the devices. This diagram shows how a battery cell works, focusing on the flow of electrons and ions during the production of electricity. Key parts in the diagram. Anode minus terminal in green color. The negative electrode. It releases electrons to the external circuit. Anions means negative ions move toward the anode through the electrolyte. Cathode plus terminal red color side. The positive electrode. It receives electrons from the external circuit. Cations means positive ions move toward the cathode. Electron flow in top arrow. Electrons flow from anode to cathode through the external load. Example, light bulb or motor. This flow powers electrical devices. Load means the device or circuit that uses the electricity like a fan, bulb or phone. Electrolyte means a liquid or gel substance inside the battery that allows ions to move between electrodes. Ion movement. Cations move to the cathode side and anions move to the anode side. The final explanation. Electrons flow from the anode to the cathode externally. Ions flow internally through the electrolyte. This combination of electron and ion flow completes the circuit and allows the battery to generate usable electrical energy. Next, a simple explanation of the classification of batteries. First one, primary batteries. Second one, secondary batteries. Primary batteries means non-rechargeable, used once and discarded. Example, alkaline batteries. Secondary batteries means rechargeable, can be used multiple times. Example, lithium ion batteries and lead acid batteries. To begin with, we will talk about primary batteries. A primary batteries is a simple and convenient source of electricity for many portable electronic devices such as lights, cameras, watches, toys, radios, etc. A primary battery is a type of battery that cannot be recharged once it is empty. Is a simple and convenient source of electricity. It provides electrical energy easily and is user friendly. For many portable electronic devices, these batteries are mainly used in small portable electronic gadgets such as lights, cameras, watches, toys, radios, etc. Examples of devices powered by primary batteries are flashlights, digital cameras, wristwatches, remote control toys, portable radios, and other similar devices. These types of batteries cannot be recharged once they are exhausted. It means these types of batteries refers to primary batteries like AA, AA, coin cells, etc. cannot be recharged means they are non-rechargeable once the chemical energy inside is used up. They cannot be reused. Once they are exhausted, when the battery runs out of power or is drained, it stops working permanently. The final explanation: these are single use batteries. After they run out of energy, they must be replaced. They cannot be charged again like secondary or rechargeable batteries. Primary batteries are composed of electrochemical cells whose electrochemical reactions cannot be reversed. Primary batteries, these are non-rechargeable batteries, means used once and then discarded. Examples: alkaline batteries, zinc carbon batteries, and coin cells. Primary batteries are composed of electrochemical cells. A battery is made up of one or more electrochemical cells that generate electricity through chemical reactions, whose electrochemical reactions cannot be reversed. The chemical reaction that produces electricity in these batteries happens only once. Once the battery is drained, the chemical change is permanent and it cannot be reversed by the charging. The final explanation: primary batteries produce electricity through one-time chemical reactions. These reactions cannot be reversed, so the battery cannot be recharged.